Hi Aquarius, this is Tisch Aitken, and this is your monthly report for the month of December, which is pretty remarkable to be giving the final report for the year, given the year that we've had. And it's quite a month ahead, and you are now going to be in the limelight. So let me try to dive in and give you as much as I can give. So we conclude the month of November with a lunar eclipse that occurs at 8 degrees and 38 minutes of Gemini. And this falls in your house of romance and creativity and self-expression. A full moon eclipse is generally a time of completion and fruition. Maybe you've been working on a project and it comes to closure. Maybe you've been dating somebody and it takes another level. Maybe somebody gets eclipsed out of your life. The thing about eclipses is that we know that during eclipse season, there's a heightened activity, a lot going on, a lot of major beginnings and endings that happen in a very rapid manner. But you can expect the unexpected, and they're like wild cards. But you know there's a sense of pressured energy and a lot of action. So we begin December with that energy that's still looming. And also Neptune, which rules the sign of Pisces and rules dreams and the imagination, stations direct on November 28th at 18 degrees of Pisces. And that's in your house of money and income and what you value. And Neptune is very sensitive energy. It'll bring an emotional tone to the beginning of the month and to this holiday season. Obviously, given the year we've had, that's not surprising. And so, but also we can expect that with Neptune stationing direct and eclipses in themselves uncover hidden information. They bring things to light and they make us see things in a way that we've never seen them before. So a lot of information getting uncovered, and with that lunar eclipse in Gemini on the on the final day of November, that's ruled by Mercury, the planet of communication. So that also, lots of news coming out, lots of information. And on the 1st of December, Mercury has been transiting in your house of career on and off for the majority of the fall, finally exits the sign of Scorpio and enters the sign of Sagittarius, where it'll be transiting until December 20th. And that's in your house of friends and networking and groups. And that's good for you for promoting yourself, for connecting with friends. If you're in your own business, excellent for publicizing yourself. If you're looking for a job, excellent for networking. And on the 5th of December, Venus, which is transiting in the sign of Scorpio in your house of career, forms a beautiful trine to Neptune in your house of income, and hopefully brings a good financial and or professional opportunity. That's a very creative energy, good for manifesting and excellent for creative projects. On the 9th of December, the sun, which is transiting in your house of friends and groups, forms a challenging square to Neptune, which is transiting in your house of communication and in your house of income and what you value. And that can be a little confusing. Maybe you're feeling tired. Maybe there's an issue with a friend that could come up. Neptune cycles are excellent for manifesting, so hopefully that's a way that you can use it. And then we have on the 13th of December, Mercury, which is transiting in Sag until the 20th of December, forms a square to Neptune as well. Again, more information gets uncovered because Mercury rules information and news and ideas, among other things. But it's also the day before a total solar eclipse that occurs in your house of networking and friends. So you may get some unexpected information from or about a friend. Maybe there's some big changes in the people with whom you are connecting. Again, if you are looking for a job or if you're promoting your own business, this total solar eclipse that occurs the following day on the 14th of December is right in your house of networking, and it occurs at 11:17 a.m. Eastern time at 23 degrees and 8 minutes of Sagittarius. This is an excellent manifesting new moon because it's ruled by Jupiter, the grand benefic. And in this new moon eclipse, Venus will still be touring through the sign of Scorpio in your house of career. It forms a helpful aspect to Jupiter, the luckiest planet, which is touring in your house of the imagination. And also on that day, Mercury in Sag, the planet of communication, forms a helpful aspect to Mars in Aries. And Mars has been transiting in your house of learning and local neighborhood activity and teaching and writing. It's been there since June 27th. Mars entered Aries on that date, and then it retrograded from September 9th until November 13th. And this has been an excellent opportunity for you for brushing up on things you may want to learn if you're taking classes or if you're thinking of teaching or doing something in that way, because you're preparing yourself for a really huge time. We're about to embark on the real age of Aquarius, and you're going to really have to step up to the plate, meaning that if there are things in your life that you want to accomplish, this next few years is huge for you. And if it means brushing up on your skills and learning or whatever it means that takes, you're going to want to do the work because you're going to want to make the most of this time. This is a very exciting time, I feel, even though we're dealing with a very wounded and painful world, and a world that is, pin pummeled by many, many things. Nonetheless, the age of Aquarius is going to give us ample opportunity to get through this. So use this manifesting new moon to really, focus on what you want to initiate in your life and use your imagination, And then on the 15th of December, Venus exits the sign of Scorpio, where it's been transiting in your house of career, and it enters the sign of Sagittarius in your house of friends and groups and networking, and it'll be there until January 8th. So again, good time for you for networking. And on December 15th, Chiron, which is the wounded healer, stations direct at 5 degrees of Aries in your house of thoughts and ideas. And Chiron in Aries is very connected with the wounds around ego and identity. It's very vulnerability around self. And so through your own thinking and reframing that, and that's where I think you want to use this Mars energy, because Mars will be transiting in your house of ideas until January 6th. And again, it's been there since June 27th. Using this to give you confidence in your own ego and identity. And Chiron stationing direct is a helpful step for all of us. On the 16th or the 17th of December, now this is really exciting, Saturn enters your sign, and it occurs at 9:04 a.m. Pacific time on December 16th, or 12:04 a.m. Eastern time on December 17th. And if you're in another time zone, adjust it to that. Saturn enters your first house of self and new beginnings, where it'll be transiting on and off until March of 2023. And this is a huge, huge deal. This is going to bring a sense of community for all. This is going to bring a technological revolution. This is about enlightenment. This is about connection. And this is your time to really commit to things you want to initiate in your life. This is your house of new beginnings, and you have it the next couple of years. Really focus on what works in your life and what doesn't, and give it your all. And on the 19th of December, Jupiter, the grand benefic, enters your sign, and it'll be there on and off until December 29th of 2021. And so this is bringing ample opportunities to network, to connect. It's going to be a technological revolution for many businesses and people that are pivoting or are hanging on by a thread. This will help them to create new possibilities, to reinvigorate their business, or if they have to make a change to create new industries and new opportunities. Many will need connection during this difficult time. Aquarius is humanitarianism. It's the collective. It's community and connection. We have lost sight of that for many years. No more era of selfies. This is the era of connection. And this is your time, and I want you to make the most of this. Really huge, exciting for all of us. I'm not an Aquarius, but I'm really into this. I think this will be exciting for all of us. I really do. And so let's really honor that time. And on the 20th of December, Mercury exits Sagittarius and it enters Capricorn, which is your house of the imagination and the subconscious mind. And the last few years, and particularly this year, this era of Capricorn, of collapsing of old structures, has fallen in your house of endings and the subconscious mind. This could bring distant old memories or things that you've needed to release for a long time. And that purging process has been very strong in your life this year and really the last few years since Saturn has been transiting in Capricorn as of December 20th of 17. So you're saying goodbye to that whole energy, you know? And on the 21st of December, we have the winter solstice, and the sun enters 0 degrees of Capricorn at 5:02 a.m. Eastern time, and again in your house of the imagination. And then later that day, at 1:21 p.m. Eastern time, Saturn and Jupiter form what's known as a great cycle. They meet up every 20 years, and this time they're meeting up in your house of new beginnings and your house of self at 0 degrees and 29 minutes of Aquarius. The winter solstice is a big day for all of us. The sun stops still for 3 days in the sky, and we reflect on what is of meaning to us, of the people we love that are with us and that are no longer with us. Even more so, we are embarking on a whole new era, and we really want to honor this day. I think it's going to be tremendously exciting. On the 24th or the 25th of December, depending on where you are, Mercury in Capricorn, in your house of the imagination, forms a beautiful trine to Uranus and Taurus, and that's a very innovative energy. And then on the 25th or 26th of December, the sun in Capricorn forms a square to Chiron in Aries, and Chiron is transiting in your house of ideas, and again putting us all in touch with the pain and the wounds that we're all feeling collectively this year. And on the 27th of December, the sun in Capricorn forms a beautiful trine to Uranus in Taurus, and that also gives us the preview of the brilliance possible with the age of Aquarius. On the 29th of December, we have a full moon in Cancer that takes place at 10:28 p.m. at 8 degrees and 53 minutes of Cancer. And that's falling in your house of routine and habits. So hopefully bringing completion to something you've been working on. Maybe you've been trying to get healthier or working on something. But it's an emotional full moon towards the end of the year in the sign it rules. But what I also find hopeful is on the final day of the year, on the 31st, the moon is transiting in Leo in your house of relationships, and it forms a trine to Chiron, the wounded healer. And this also, again, Leo rules the heart chakra. Through opening our heart during the age of Aquarius, we are going to heal the wounds collectively together, and I think that is the possibility. So you are going to lead us, Aquarius, and I thank you very much, and I wish you a happy new year. Take care. All right, bye-bye.